Americans, who prefers salty food?
Over what?
Over sweet food. Salt, who like salty food? Over sweet food.
Sweet and salty together.
That's true. Well, statistically speaking, most people prefer salty food. Out of Americans, there's I think 52% people prefer salty foods over sweet foods. So real quick, since I brought up sweet and salty, the title of this is sweet and salty. Seems like a good combination. All right, so since I brought up salty first, I'm going to first get on that. You know, we're referred to as the salt of the earth, salt of the world in the Bible. It's Matthew 5:13. Don't bring it up yet. But now I'm pretty sure there's a 0% correlation of people preferring salty food over us being referred to as salt of the earth. But you know, the more I thought about it, I thought the more I looked into salt, I thought it was really cool. It's like, you know what? Maybe there is a correlation here. So let me do some just basic facts about salt. Salt is sodium chloride, two deadly elements, both by themselves, one positively charged, which would be sodium, one negatively charged, which would be chlorine or chloride, because it has a hydrogen atom added to it. Which, that right there, to me, is a cool little fact. Because if you think about us being salt, let's say positive charged, let's say the sodium is got. And then we're the chlorine. But you know, chlorine is a negatively charged, or not negative, it's a neutral charged ion. But once he has the hydrogen atom added to it, it becomes negative. You know, it's like us. You know, we were perfect, we were good. But then, you know, sin came in. Sin was that negative ion that came into our lives, made us negative. But you know, when sodium and chlorine or chloride come together, it becomes neutral again. Becoming neutral becomes good, it becomes safe for our bodies. Let's see. Salt comes in all colors. I don't know if you know this, but there's, I think it's like 7 different colors salt can come from. Pretty much all the colors of the rainbow. You know, I thought that was really cool too because, you know, how many different colors people do we have in the world? I mean, it's red, yellow, black, and white. They're all up in Jesus loves us all, whatever the song, how the song goes, I'm not sure. Precious in His sight. There you go, that's what it was. But you know, I think it's also cool that, you know, that there are all sorts of colors. You know, all the colors pretty much, there's brown salt, there's black salt, there's yellow salt, there's pretty much a pinky color salt, and there's white salt and all that stuff. You know, pretty much covering all the colors of people in the world. You know, salt's stable. Salt doesn't break down over time. Salt pretty much is just a stable compound. You know, as Christians, we need to be stable. We need to be constant in all that we do. We don't need to break down the pressure, and we don't need to erupt in the slightest bit of change. You know, sodium does that. Sodium by itself, and chlorine by itself, will erupt when it comes into contact with water or air or anything like that. You know, it's something that we don't need to do. We need to be a stable compound. Then one of the cool things I like that anyone that drives pretty much traffic, goes down anywhere that snows, they know they put salt down to keep the roads from melting, from icing, all that stuff. And I was thinking about that was kind of cool too, because you know, being salt of the world, we're supposed to you know, warm up and melt those frozen hearts. We're supposed to be, you know, the fire of the world, salt of the world. We're supposed to take away the coldness, because we're supposed to bring life and flavor to it. You know, our bodies literally need salt. Like, without salt, we won't be able to think, we won't be able to think straight, we won't be able to move actually, because our muscles actually need salt to be able to send off the relays and all that stuff, you know, just move. And I was thinking about that more often, and I thought that was really cool too, because, you know, as the body of Christ, we don't have salt. We're not going to move. We're not going to go anywhere in life. We're not going to go anywhere in this world. We're not going to be able to move anything. We're not going to be able to get impact like we need to, like God wants us to. You know, it's a preservative. You know, as Christians, we're meant to preserve the world. We're meant to hold, pretty much be the stronghold for them all. For everyone out there that's lost, we preserve them. You know, be strong for them, keep them going, and you know, preserve each other too. It's a disinfectant. It cleans. It brings healing. I mean, they literally put salt on wounds, keep bacteria out of it. Because back in the day, Back in biblical times, they actually used salt to disinfect the wounds and all stuff so there wouldn't be an infection. Flavoring, I think is what everyone knows salt for. You know, we're the spice of life. As salt, we're supposed to flavor the world. Just to bring, bring out the flavor, bring out the beauty of everything. So salt by itself, it's a single flavor. When you throw it with something sweet, you taste the sweetness so much more. You throw it with something salty or sour, you taste the sour more. I mean, salt brings out different flavors of life, different flavors of food. It was used for money once. Like back in Rome and Greece and all stuff, they actually used salt for money. That's how we get salary. So it's valuable. And it's sacred. This is several parts there's in Ezekiel and Leviticus. Actually, God says to pretty much season offerings with salt. Because it purifies it. It's the sacred, it brings the sacredness of it. In the Bible, it actually it metaphorically represents permanence, loyalty, durability, fidelity, usefulness, value, purification. I mean, in the Bible, what's that, like 6, 7 uses right there just for that, not including what I just brought up. And it's, go ahead and bring up Matthew 5:13, please, in the Message. Let me tell you why you're here. You're here to be salt seasoning that brings out God's flavors of this earth. If you lose your saltiness, how will people taste godliness? You've lost your usefulness and end up in the garbage. Go ahead and bring up Amplified for me if you would. I actually come to really love the Amplified Bible. Before, I didn't really understand it. Now, looking at it, like comparing the different verses, because the Bible I have now is compared. You compare it with one translation to the other translation. When I was doing that, I loved it. Oh, that's a shame. That doesn't have what I wanted on there. We go to pull it up on the Bible, because the Bible has a really good portion of the translation at the end of it. There we go. You are the salt of the earth, but if the salt has lost its taste or purpose, how can it be made salty? It is no longer good for anything, but to be thrown out and walked on by people, and the walkways are wet and slippery. That last little part is what I was looking for. Because, as Christians, when he talks about losing our saltiness, it can also mean like we've been contaminated by the world. That we've lost our passion for the gospel. We've lost our purpose in life, essentially, because we've lost what God wants us to do through our own toils and snares. Looking at that whole portion, it becomes sort of a testimony like, don't do this. Don't end up like this. Because at that point, if you were to lose it, you use that as a part of your testimony where your salt's been thrown out. And it helps other people not to slip, not to be stumbled by the same place where you were. So it allows them to walk over it. That way they don't have to go through the same struggles you did. Like I said, salt, when it says here, it's salt that's lost its flavor or meaning, or when salt has lost its flavor, it means that it's been contaminated with something around us. As Christians, it's easy to contaminate this world. If you don't stay strong in your faith and stay in the Word and continue doing what God wants us to do, we get contaminated by the sin, we get contaminated by pretty much whatever the world calls on us. We all get tempted. And so it's easy for us to stumble and fall. Salt, like I said in Leviticus and Ezekiel, salt was used in sacrifices and it makes things, I guess, sacred. If you're growing up this generation, you might have been around a little bit longer, but when you say you're being salty, you're being bitter. Things in a different direction away from the salty earth. If we get too much of one way, we become bitter taste for other people. They don't want to listen to us anymore. So if we say the whole, Levitical law, no one's going to listen to us. We're going to be a bitter taste in their mouth. So we got to balance it out with sugar. We got to balance it out with sweet. So let's talk about sugar a little bit. Sugar is C12H22O11, I think it is. In your own handwriting. Anyways, it's common element, stuff that's pretty much just in the air, everywhere, it's part of everything. And sugar itself is 5 times larger than it is to salt. Because I think salt is 54 moles, and I think salt or the sugar is like 300 something moles, which talk, it's heavier in the chemistry talk. So looking at that, what's more popular in the world? A good sugar-coated message, or one that's actually going to bring perseverance and is going to bring preservation and actually bring a good word? So often there are so many churches that want to preach a candy-coated message. Back in my younger days, back when I was a bit chunky, I saw one of those pictures online. It said, it was a Dr. Phil picture, and it said, "You're fat. Don't try to sugarcoat that, because they'll try to eat that too." I thought it was hilarious. Looking back, sure, we get fat on the lies and the soft messages that are fed to us. When people try to sugarcoat things, we eat it up and we get used to that. And when you eat a lot of sugar, saltiness becomes almost unbearable. And so that moment, it's like, don't your message become sugar-coated. Yeah, like I said, you put too much salt, it'll be bitter. But if you put too much sugar, everyone's going to eat it up. You're not going to get fed. You're going to get fat, and you're going to get lazy and complacent where you're at. I said sugar is used for flavor mostly. Being sweet is not bad. Because Christ wanted us to pretty much have that same compassion and same love that He showed people, and that's the balance of sweetness that He wants. Because the body doesn't need extra sugar, because with carbohydrates, our body digests it and breaks it down to sugar. So the more sugar we add into our body, the worse it gets for us. So pretty much going off what I was saying before, how you don't need to add any extra sugar to what God and Jesus wants to. Because if we live our lives as good Christians and through the commands that Jesus gave us, we're not going to worry about sugarcoating something. Because if we do something out of love, it's going to go through the right way. People are going to want to listen to us. But as we start breaking things down, it's like, oh no, it's okay. Even though it's not okay. It's all other different situations where sugarcoating a message just doesn't work out well for you. Let's see. Got ahead of myself. Got way ahead of myself. All right.
Okay.
The definition of sweet, I looked up in Merriam-Webster dictionary. It's to be kind, gentle, and friendly. Like I said, being sweet's not bad, because when we look at Jesus, He was kind and gentle and friendly to all His disciples, to everybody. So we need to follow that example as well. But when we get ahead of ourselves and start thinking about other people's feelings, not thinking what God wants us to do, start trying to sugarcoat things. So that's human nature. We all want to throw a little bit of sugar in, because we all love soda. We don't want to drink the water that God has provided for us. The thing that's actually good for our body. Instead, we go ahead and drink soda and high fructose corn syrup. It destroys everything. It's awful. Huh? Look at Christ. He was the original spice of life. Because He came here to renew everything, to clean us up, pick us up out of the dirt, and clean us off. He preserves us. He gives us strength. He brought flavor back in our lives. He made life interesting again for us. Instead of not to be afraid and worrying about sin and all the things that life has in store for us. We look at it and enjoy what God's given us, because He's put that little bit of salt on it, brought the flavor and brought the beauty of it all. Because instead of bringing, just pouring sugar on it and saying, hey, I'm going to eat that, because when you eat too much sugar, you get sick. So Christ brought a good balance for us to make a good example of. Is eating more sugar in our lives, it's ruin our message. Eat more salt without balance, it's going to ruin our message. Come on. So it's sort of closing around there as a reminder. Go in life and follow Christ. Follow the example that He laid down for us. So we do any more of what He did, and like I said, the message gets ruined. Our testimony gets ruined. We get complacent. So choose to be the salt of the earth, not to be the big Halloween stop where they have big old sugary bars.